Hi, this is Dr. Anthony Rizzi, Director of the Institute for Advanced Physics, here for Faith Matters. And I'd like to talk to you today about the natural law. It's something you've probably heard before, but people have really forgotten what it means. And the natural law has to do not with something that's literally written on your heart. The Bible talks about that, but it doesn't mean what we think it means. It doesn't mean there's a little Jiminy Cricket inside of you that as soon as you do something wrong, ha-ha, you did it wrong, I'm going to help you. No, it's simply the reason. It's right reason. It's having thought through something and the principles in it enough to know what its nature is. So morality has to do with your nature and the nature of the world around you, and whether you conform to that world, have a dissonance with that world. And so you have to understand it's a thinking thing. And so the natural law is basically what happens after you look at the world, and everything you know comes through what you know through the senses, and that's physics, that's the study of the physical world. So to get started on the natural law, get the kids' introduction to physics and the science before science. They're both available at iapweb.org, the Institute for Advanced Physics website, and that'll ground you. What it'll do is let you to see the physical world and gradually to get to see your own nature. And as you understand your own nature, then you can understand your relationship to God and see you're oriented towards God and then your fellow man, and you see the relationship between you and your fellow man. And that gives you the natural law. It gives you all those right behaviors, all your duties, all your responsibilities, and all the things that you owe to your fellow man, and therefore the rights that you have and they have as men. And that's how the country works. Our country works is by using the natural law. But every man has the natural law in this understanding in a more or less confused way. And today, because of our problem with scientism, what I call our equation alone physics, we don't know the natural law. So we have to go back and study these works, the Kids' Introduction to Physics and the Science Before Science, to get the natural law, even close to the way people used to have it spontaneously. So we know when we're doing wrong, and we feel the wrongness of it, and we seek the good, and we know when we're doing good, and we have a synergy when we're doing good. And that's what it means to have the natural law in yourself, and it's part of who you are. And culturally, you want everyone to see the natural law and see the right to life, for example, as part of the intelligible structure of the world, that there's something really missing if you don't see that every life is infinitely valuable because of his orientation towards God, his intellect oriented towards God, his will that can be oriented towards God. So we have to get back to understanding the natural law and living the natural law. Thank you for listening. This has been Faith Matters.